my channel, it's Gemma, and today we're going to have a look at my ride or die products. The products that I always return to, my holy grail products. So let's get right into it. First product we're going to have a look at today are my high-res loops from Oroscoptic. They are pretty old, I would say. I've been attending nail salon for 8 years, so they're about 8 years old. And they're still going strong, they're still fine. I've never had any problems with them whatsoever. The frame's great, nice and light. I have these little twisty things around so I can put the light on. And they're really, really comfortable. These are 2.5 magnification, but they have got high resolution and they give a wide but deep field of vision. But they're just brilliant, they're really lightweight and I love them. I love them. And so a few years ago, to go with my high-res loops, I also got the Xeon Endeavour Light from Oroscoptic. It's brilliant. It really, really focuses your beam of light evenly and it illuminates your view. This is actually the first generation of the light. There is a second generation, but it's portable. There's 3 levels of intensity. You just click this little button here. You don't have to put your hand in your pocket of your uniform. It clips on the outside. It's just really good. And with these loops, it's really, really changed the way that I perform my day-to-day treatment. I love them, and I don't think I could be without them now. So thanks, Oroscoptic. Second ride or die product is the Doppler implant probe. I can't even say that right. The second ride or die product is the Doppler implant probe. I don't know if you can see that. I used to use just the normal white probe that I'm sure everybody has seen before, but every time it went through the autoclave the markings would wear off, which was very frustrating. So I got some of these from Doppler. They're really, really lightweight, easy to manoeuvre. I love these little bumps. It gives you a nice grip to hold on to. And this has been through the autoclave, I don't know how many times, but the markings are still on there and it's nice and flexible for a round implant. So I highly recommend these. Fantastic. Second ride or die product is my TP Toblerone. This was here before I even started at 10 Dental, so this is how old this is, but I love it. Again, I love it. Basically, it's a really nice illustration of why patients need to use incidental brushes in between the teeth rather than floss or something like a wood stick. This is perfect for them. Good visualization for the patient. So if you can get hold of one of these still, I would get one if you've not already got one. It's called a TP Toblerone. I'll try and link it in the description below, or I'll at least link an email address that you can send an email to. Another ride or die product is my GC Tri Plaque IG Gel. This is, like it says on the tube, it's a tri-gel, so it will dye the plaque in your patient's mouth according to how long it's actually been there, so your patients can see how well they've been brushing over a period of time, or how well they haven't been brushing. Again, it's just a really nice visualization tool to use for your patients. Okay, so I think we all know what my ride or die incidental brushes, vision brushes. These are fantastic. If you've never used them before, see my previous video, I'll link it in the box below. They are a game changer, in my opinion anyway. Try them out for yourself. I'm sure if you email Vision, they will send you out a sample of these brushes for you to try and use. If you watch my previous video, it'll show you how to use them. It'll show your patients how to use them. It'll show you how to teach your patients to use them. Okay, going on to hand instruments, my 3 ride or die basic scaling instruments by LM. I've loved these since I qualified, I still love them now. They just go in a basic scaling kit with a mirror and a probe and an ultrasonic tip. And it's got the H6, H7. We've got the micro sickle and we've got the mini sickle. These are great. just nice and interchangeable, feel really nice in the hand. This one especially is really lightweight, even though it's not got the thicker handle, which I do like, to be honest. They're just a really nice set to start off with. So that's the, well, I call it an LM basic scaling kit, but you can buy them individually. I think you have to buy them individually, but this is my ride or die. I always get these they're in my basic kits. I use them every day in, day out. Love them. For my actual active treatment or periodontal treatment, non-surgical therapy, I still use LM instruments some of the time, but these are ones that I always sort of go back to. It's just your standard Gracie kit. Lovely. Now, I have had these since I started here, and I don't sharpen them. That is a bit controversial, I know, for the hygiene world, but I don't sharpen my hand instruments. Well, I sharpen the basic scaling kit, but I don't sharpen my corrects. I know. If you're on Facebook, you probably know why. Basically, I don't like purposely removing any cementum from the root surface. So that's the reason why I use blunt corrects. I've been using them for so long now. I'm used to them, so I can tactile feel from these, for me, it's just as good as a sharpened instrument, to be honest, because I've taught myself how to use a blunt instrument. They still remove tartar. In my opinion, I don't get any burnishing. So yeah, blunt Gracie's. Onto a polish. I usually use a new Pro polish for like an everyday kind of general scale and polish, but ride or die, you need to get that stain off kind of polish, the Clinic is a ride or die. I know this is going to get anything off. It is abrasive, so you can't use it every day, but if there is just that stubborn bit of stain that you can't get off, you haven't got time to get your airflow out, or you don't have an airflow, but this, honestly, it's just a wonder polish. It's fantastic. Ride or die Epitex. I'm sure everyone's used this or has it in the practice. This is the course. This is the Epitex course. Really nice to get in between the anteriors, upper and lower, to get rid of that staining. Again, I wouldn't every time that you saw a patient, because it is abrasive, but from time to time if they do have bits of stubborn stain, incidentally, you just can't get in between it. This is fantastic. I'm going to go on to some books now. Basically, a few years ago, I started looking at ethical selling. If anyone has been on my course, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to show you a few books that you can have a look at yourself, and maybe improve your treatment uptake, but in an ethical way. The first book I want to tell you about is called Unselling. This is a fantastic book. It's by Scott Stratton and Alison Kramer. Basically, these are two podcasters, and they are telling you about unselling. It says in the blurb, is everything but the sell. It's about the big picture, creating repeat customers and not one-time buyers, creating loyal clients that refer others, not faceless numbers, and becoming the go-to company for something before they need you. So this is a fantastic book to take you through that process, and I think even though it's a business book, it can be applied to your everyday practice about how you approach treatment plans, how you approach talking to your patient about treatment plans, how you approach talking to your patient about cost. It can all be applied from this book. I love this book. It's a really, really good read, and so that's called Unselling. I highly recommend this book. Two other books that I can recommend are You Worth It by Ashley Latter and Don't Wait for the Tooth Fairy by Ashley Latter. So this You Are Worth It This is feel comfortable communicating your fees and achieve the income your services deserve. Again, I had a really good look through this, and it tells you about, it says here in the blurb, why patients don't always buy on price, how people buy when things are tough, how to create value when explaining your fees, how patients make buying decisions, what to say when patients query your fees. So it is targeted toward dentists, but again, it can be applied to a hygienist or therapist when you're thinking about pricing your treatment. So that's you're worth it. And again, this is sort of along the same lines. It's more about patient journey, but this is Don't Wait for the Tooth Fairy by Ashley Lesser. So these two together are a very good read. Have a look at those if you're looking into ethical selling. And then following on from Ashley Lesser is Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, I know that sounds like, when I read that, How to Win Friends and Influence People, I thought, God, that's going to make, I'm going to read that and I'm going to turn into this horrible monster of a person, but actually it's looking into how you can get patients to listen to you, or they get a successful treatment and they understand how to look after their own self-care and oral hygiene. So one of the quotes in here, it says, tomorrow you may want to persuade somebody to do something. Before you speak, pause and ask yourself, how can I make this person want to do it? Well, the answer to that is you can't make a person want to do anything, but you can discuss ways around how they might want to introduce something into their oral hygiene plan, step by step, or just building a structure. So this will talk you through that. It is quite an old book. It was written in 1936, but it's still really relevant today. So have a look at this as well. So that's it. That's my Ride or Die products and books. If you've got any Ride or Die products, comment in the comment section below and I'll have a look and give them a review. If anyone's got any idea for some videos, again, comment in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much.